Hey there, 6th graders. I'm going to give you some quick instructions for your first project in the unit China and India. So you're going to scroll down on classwork. You should have already finished all of this from Unit 1. Congratulations, we're on Unit 2. So you're going to click right here, Civilizations of China and India, project number 1. There are, of course, written instructions posted. Obviously, there's also the video instructions that will also be included. So you are going to do really two things for this project. This project does not really require any formal writing. So we're practicing some different skills with this project. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click here on this Google Doc. These are the instructions for the project. Tells you a little bit up here about the main theme for lessons 1 and 2 was the settlement of early civilizations in river valleys, to include both China and India. So your task is to explain with evidence and detail why early civilizations settled in river valleys, and then to provide at least 2 examples in your response. So what I'd like for you to do is just sort of on a little piece of scrap paper, like a notebook piece of paper or whatever, go back to lessons 1 and 2 in Odyssey-ware. They were the lessons that you were supposed to have completed last week. And you are going to just skim back through them a little bit, and you are going to write down some reasons for why early civilizations settled in river valleys. What was it about river valleys that made people want to first settle there and build civilizations? Also, you're going to look for at least 2 examples and maybe a little bit of information. You don't need a ton, but maybe a little information about, like, for example, what river did they settle around, or how does that example fit into and connect to your answer for why early civilizations settled in river valleys. Once you have your notes compiled, you just have sort of an idea about what your answer is. You are going to go to Flipgrid. There's a link for this on your assignment, but it's also right here in the instructions. You're just going to click on it. There's a question that is posted on Flipgrid, which is basically, why did early civilizations settle around river valleys? And you are going to present your answer. You're not going to type it up and turn it into me as a document. We're going to practice our skills of speaking, which are really important for being successful students in middle school, high school, college, and in the workforce. And so we're going to practice that. And so you'll see here there are some instructions about what to do. You may use your notes. You don't have to memorize, but we want to practice making eye contact, speaking slowly, clearly, and making sure we can very easily and without feeling too nervous, hopefully, be able to explain an answer to a question. Just like if you were in class and your teacher asked you the question, we want to practice. How would we answer that? And so that's what you'll do. You'll just turn in your Flipgrid. Then you're going to watch an Edpuzzle video on the Indus Valley Civilization, which is one of the major river valley civilizations that you have read about in lesson 1 and 2. There's nothing you have to turn in on Google Classroom. So all you're doing is a Flipgrid and an Edpuzzle. There's no other writing for this particular project. So if you go back up into Google Classroom, here is the link for Flipgrid. So you can click on it there if you don't want to click on it in the instructions. And right here is a link to the Edpuzzle video on the Indus Valley civilizations. And for that, you will watch the video and answer the questions. Please make sure you go all the way to the very end. It grades you based on the correct answers to the questions, but also it gives you a grade based on how much of the video you watched. So if you have questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you.